The Adam Smith Awards are globally recognised as the industry benchmark for best practice and innovation in corporate treasury. Throughout this dedicated series, we take a deep dive into each of the winning solutions of 2021 in conversation with the creators themselves.
Hello, I'm Sophie Jackson, Joint Publisher and Head of Strategic Content at the Treasury Today Group. In this episode, we take a look at the winner of our Lifetime Achievement Award. In the 14 years that the Adam Smith Awards programme has been running, we've presented just one previous Lifetime Achievement Award. This award, recognised by the Treasury Today Group, is therefore a pretty rare occurrence. This year we're recognising someone who's made a huge contribution to one of the largest companies in the world, and we'd like to wish them a very many congratulations on this most prestigious accolade. And the overall winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award is George Zinn, who many of you will know is based at leading Treasury at Microsoft for a long time now. So over the course of George's time in Treasury at Microsoft, he presided over a team that won more than 50 Adam Smith Awards, a truly phenomenal achievement. He supported the community and has helped develop leaders in corporate finance whilst prioritising giving back both within the industry and outside of it.
When and why did I embark on a career in Treasury? And the truth is, technical is 1996. That's the answer. But I'm not sure I knew I was embarking on a career in Treasury at the time. I was hired by Microsoft, and I had 10 years of previous work experience in finance. With interest in markets, I started on the floor in Chicago in the currency pits. And the truth of the matter is if you had asked me at the time, or maybe more appropriately, asked my manager at the time, Brent Kalinikos, he probably would have said I was only good for 2 to 3 years in the corporate environment. And, obviously, Brent was a great mentor, went on to be treasurer at Google and Uber, and was a super influence. But I'm not sure I knew at the time I was starting a career in Treasury. The people that I worked with at Microsoft had the biggest impact on me in my career, and certainly the privilege of working with them, and I don't mean limited to the Microsoft Treasury, but primarily one of the leaders of the Treasury function, Jean-Francois Heitz, came from France and really helped us get a global perspective and really taught us about being curious about the wider company, the wider business. And that I believe was one of the reasons that I became very interested and, over time, as you might say, drank the Kool-Aid at Microsoft. It's one piece of advice that I would give to someone starting a career in Treasury is to really investigate the broader business and be curious about it. I think it's very easy for Treasury people to become insular because the skill set can be cut and pasted to any industry. I would say differentiate yourself. I was fortunate to end up differentiating myself with spreadsheets. I learned on Lotus 1, 2, 3, and then Excel really became the lingua franca for finance people. And I would maintain that's how I slipped through the cracks at Microsoft. And going forward, I believe that's no different. If we look at some of the things from business intelligence and analytics, there's a number of different programs out there. Microsoft's was Power BI. And people were differentiating themselves as they developed the skills there. And I think that's true. Even in preparation, I looked through some of the Adam Smith Awards for the Treasury Group, and there were different ones in AI as well as a chatbot that had been developed. I mean, if you would distill it down, I think people that are curious about the broader business and end up being able to differentiate themselves, I think with technology skills, it really is a way to bootstrap the career. at one point, a rule opened up in the broader business, and I became the CFO of the intellectual property and licensing business. And at that point, I thought I was really shutting the door to a Treasury career and moving on to broader finance. And as it turns out, in retrospect, I would argue that that is the reason that I became eligible or had the opportunity to become treasurer at Microsoft, because there were 3 or 4 other candidates that are, equally smart and capable at the time. However, they didn't have the exposure to the broader business because they had remained in Treasury. So I would say sometimes taking that risk, even though you don't know where it's going to lead, may inure to your benefit without even appreciating it. And I would argue the other point would be technological innovation that we embraced in Microsoft Treasury. And, honestly, we ended up using tools to make our lives easier. And it was great fun and inspiring to others as we shared it through some of these awards. And people would say, can we, have that? And we would scratch our heads because we wish we could hand it over. And ultimately, over a period of time, whether it was a partnership or ultimately an IP agreement with a startup, we ended up, seeding a business called Treasury Go. And that is out there servicing third parties now, not just Microsoft Treasury. I think that the important part of Microsoft Treasury that I really am proud of is that we really worked across silos and embraced the innovation, the technology, and tied different groups together in the process. And it was that type of collaboration, teamwork, all buzzwords you hear now, that really was a special part of my experience. And I just like to thank the people that I worked with and for that opportunity.
A huge congratulations to all our Adam Smith Awards 2021 winners. Thank you for listening to this episode of our dedicated Adam Smith Awards podcast series, brought to you by the Treasury Today Group. More episodes will be coming soon featuring other award-winning solutions, so please subscribe to our channel so you can stay updated wherever you get your podcasts.